Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live. I seem to be having some kind of problem with my screen here. Let me see. No, that's not doing it. That's not doing it. Huh. I don't know what's going on. I don't think you guys can see the screen, right? Let me know if you can. I don't know what's happening here. Shoot. If you guys could let me know whether or not you could see that or not, I would appreciate it. Let's see, we can see that, but can we see that? No, we cannot. Let me see if that will do it. Boy, I don't know here, guys, what to say. I do it like I always do it, and cannot see. Let me try something else here and see if this will work. Oh, wait. I think we got it. I don't know what that was. But we can see it now, right? I think you're going to be able to see it in a minute. There we can see it now, I think. Anyway, sorry about that. That has never happened. But I can see it, so I think we're good to go. Okay. Well, let's hope. Sorry about that. Now, let's see. Desktop 2. Okay, I think we got it. All right, sorry about the drama. Listen, hey everybody, how's it going? This is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live. Today's Friday, November 6th, 2020. We're in the final day of the trading week and the final hour of the trading day. My favorite time to trade for the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control of the pricing away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider it the most valid price of the day because I have the backing of the large financial institutions and their decision making as well. So anyway, all right. Listen, thanks for coming. Really appreciate it. Always look forward to seeing everyone. I really, really do. I'm just really grateful that we have such a great group. I really am. And so thanks for coming. I hope the channel is helping you with your trading and your investing. And so look, let's take a look. What's happening today? Okay, well, it's been kind of a crazy day. We were really down in the futures, and then we rallied this morning on a jobs report, and then we've gone red and green and red and green. Right now I'm looking at the board. We are red all across the board. The Dow is down 119 points, down 0.42%. The Nas is down 28 points, down about 0.25%, and the S&P is down 9.5, down 0.27%. So, yeah, interesting day, interesting time. So look, here's the plan for today. We're going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. We'll see if I can get that thing to work. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, how I'm going to manage them going forward. After that, I've had a couple day trades today. I'm going to share those with you. Then we're going to go over, take a look at the board, see how your positions are doing. After that, we are going to take a break from charts and talk about trader psychology. Most important part of trading. It's the most important skill you can ever develop. I mean, it really is. I've been listening to Unknown Market Wizards by Jack Schwager. And, you listen to these traders, these very, very successful traders, and it's all about mindset. I'm listening to the one guy first interview, and he said, I can manage money for myself. I do just great. If I try to manage money for other people, it's a mental thing. I lost 13% for them the first year. So it always comes down to trader psychology. There's nuances to it, but yeah, it's amazing. So we always need to work on that. After that, I have gone down through the watch list. I've gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I look to enter a new trade. First requirement, I need a confluence or combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. One indicator is good. Another indicator is good. Another indicator is even better. It's like a peanut butter sandwich just by itself, pretty good. Jelly sandwich by itself, it's okay. But you put the peanut butter and the jelly together, then it's a good sandwich, right? And it's the same thing with looking for confluences or combination of indicators. They're better when they're together, like the Jack Johnson song. Requirement number 2, I need to have a good risk to reward. It's very important. I can have the best setup in the world, but if I don't have a good risk to reward ratio, I have to pass on the trade. Risk to reward is everything. Boy, you listen to that first interview on Unknown Market Wizards, and that guy is a stickler for risk to reward. Just a stickler. He loses 1/2 of 1%. That's his loss. Or he makes 2%. It's like pretty much black or white. It's one or the other. He's going to lose 0.5% or he's going to make 2%. So he has a 4-to-1 ratio, right? So it's very, very important. If you haven't listened to that book or read that book, I really recommend it. It's nice to hear about other traders, not well-known traders, and what they go through. So I highly recommend that. It's out on Audible now too. And then number 3, we want to make sure we take a look at our account heat. We don't want to have too much account heat. We don't want to have too much correlation in any one sector. We want to adjust for volatility in our position sizes. I do that by dividing my maximum allowed loss by the value of the 2 ATR. It magically takes care of everything. It tells you how wide to set your stop. It tells you how wide or how many shares to buy, and it adjusts for volatility. So I'm going to go down through the watch list, take a look at the end of the day. I'm going to try to narrow it down, see if I can find the very best trade at the end of the day. If there is one, maybe there's not, that's fine too. There's no reason to take a trade if you don't have a solid setup. But if I do, I'll take it at the end of the day. Then I will, and then after the market closes, if anybody has any questions for me, please let me know. If you have any stock symbols that you would like me to take a look at during the day before the market closes, please let me know. And then lastly, if you have any new changes to the board, to your current positions, if you want me to get those updated, if you could please wait till the end of the day, I would certainly appreciate it so that the pressure's off, markets close, I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and then we'll spend as much time as we need. Okay, so I'm going to run that U.S. legal disclaimer. Hang tight, and hopefully I can get this to work. All right, here we go. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Whew, okay, got that to go. Talal, hello sir, how are you? I hope you're having a nice evening. In Kuwait, always nice to see you. Thank you for taking the time, I appreciate it. Dan says, cannot see. Okay, that's an old one. I think we can see now. Talal says, blank, black. Yep, David says, hi, Greg and group. Hi, David. Good to see you. Man, David has had a monster move today. I'm excited to go over that for David. So happy. Jackson, what's going on, my friend? This is my friend Jackson from Australia. Morning, Greg. Saw your little wipe, but no chart, mate. Yep. I think we've got it now. Talal says, reboot. Yeah, you know what? Once I start the podcast, I don't think a reboot is possible. I think once the podcast is started, even if the power went out or something like that, I think that's it for the day. Probably somebody smart could do it, but probably Trump hacked your PC. He could be. I don't know. Wrong screen and focus. Yeah, that's what I thought it was, but it wasn't. I just had to go in there and redo it. Miko is here. Hey, Miko. Good to see you, my friend. David says, hi, Greg and group. Oh, didn't you just say that? Oh, whole Greg and group. Whole Greg and group and hi, Greg and group. Talal has a clappy hand. Success. Jackson says, Thunderbirds are go. Ready for takeoff. Hey, Steve Burns. Good to see you. Yeah, nothing is easy. That's for sure, man. Seriously, I've never had that happen. I'll tell you what, I get all anxious when I do this podcast with technology because I'm not Mr. Tech, that's for sure. Sometimes before I do the podcast, something goes wrong. I'm like, oh, that's it. Well, so anyway, if I'm not here one day, if it doesn't turn on, then you just imagine me sitting at my desk swearing, going, what is happening? And if that happens, then hopefully I won't be there that day, but hopefully I'll be there the next day. Steve, thank you for coming, my friend. Always an honor, a privilege to have you here, sir. I'm always, I feel very blessed that you're in the chat with us. I really do. I know everyone else does. And so thank you. And also thank you for including me on your Twitter list today, Steve. That is always much appreciated, and hope you and Holly and the dogs are all doing well. The lovely Ava is here. Happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Ava. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a good day. Frank says, the gremlins are everywhere. Man, I guess so. I've done this for close to 2 years, never had that problem. I have no idea what went on. Jackson says, hey, G, can you direct where we can listen to the Market Wizards interview? Yeah, so it's just a book, Jackson, that I bought on Audible, or you can buy it on Amazon. It's just called Unknown Market Wizards. They have Market Wizards 2. There's a whole line of it, but this particular book or audio book interviews unknown traders, big traders like Paul Tudor Jones and Eckhart and those boys, and Linda Raschke, which is one of the most famous female traders. I've met her and went to a class from her. It was really good. When I first got into trading, hers was one of the books. She's one of the Market Wizards. But it's on Amazon. You can get the book or you can download it. But love you to listen to it, Jackson, and I'd like to, it'd be nice to, on our Skype call, discuss it. David says, the 2 ATR formula is a great tool to control risk. It really is. It really, really is. If volatility is large, it has you put a wider stop. If it's smaller, it has you use this tighter stop. And then also, it accordingly, it tells you how many shares to buy. Fewer shares if there's more risk, or more shares if there's less risk. Frank has a poem. All right, let's get this. Let me take a look here. The market always reacts. Buy the rumor, sell the fact. It can go down or hang around, or it can climb with the lure that attracts. That's true. So stay on track, watch your back. The market is quick to attack. All right, I butchered that one, so let me try this again. The market always reacts. Buy the rumor, sell the fact. It can go down or hang around, or it can climb with a lure that attracts. So stay on track, watch your back. The market is quick to attack. Bravo, Frank. As always, just spot on, just unbelievable, just amazing. And I'll tell you what, I think we would all like to have a Frank's trading book poem. You really should do it, Frank. I'd promote it. I'm sure Steve would promote it. We get a bunch of other people to promote it. It would become like the Market Wizards book. So I will be the first one to buy a copy, Frank. Jackson says, gotcha. Excellent. I'll get into it. Reading up Mark Minervini. Yes, that's excellent books. Dan says, if you ever cannot get the live stream going, maybe post a tweet. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Steve says, AMD has the 520 crossover. Yeah, I have that on my list, as a matter of fact. I have that on my list. Kamal, hey bud, good to see you. Good chatting with you today. Good trading ideas and watching each other's trades. And thank you for everything that you helped me with, Kamal. And thank you as always for the results of the scanner each day. Talal says, I would buy as well, Frank. Yeah, I'm sure we all would. I'm sure we would all promote it. Absolutely. Okay, well, what's Mr. Market doing? Dow's down 106, Nasdaq's down 16, S&P's down 7. So it's all over the place. All right, let's take a look here. We'll get going. Ooh, I thought that was the daily. I was like, that doesn't look good. MasterCard. I did buy MasterCard back here on the 4th at 307.24 a couple days ago, 307.24. Yesterday we had a nice big move up. I did, of course, take profits whenever it moves a certain amount. And that certain amount is the value of the 0.45 ATR once it moves. And I put 3 of them. I think I hit 2 of them yesterday, if I remember correctly. 1 or 2. I think 2. This particular trade is a close under the 200 over the 200. So once it gets up to 1.5 ATR value, I will sell half my position if I have it close below the previous day's low. This today may close below yesterday's low, but it hasn't moved enough. See, the ATR value, 1.5 ATR value is 14.39, and 14.39 is right, up about here. So before I start instigating the trailing stop, it has to get up to that level. So if we do close below this previous day's low, I won't take any action. No profit targets today. It's down $2.40, down 0.76, but off of its lows. Of course, if it closes below the 200-day moving average, I will get out there, but still profitable on the trade. Happy for that. SPY. Okay, good thing Liz Ann Saunders works over here. I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take the overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning. This is based upon backtested study from Liz Ann Saunders. She's Happy Spoke Invest on Twitter. Since 1993, they tested 2 approaches. Approach number 1, buy the SPY at the open in the morning. Hold it all day, sell it at the close. If you did this every day since 1993, you return a negative 13.9% return. However, if you do the opposite, this is the one I use, buy the SPY at the close, hold it overnight, take that overnight risk, sell it first thing at the open. This gains 634.2%. Doesn't not past performance, no guarantee of future results. Doesn't mean it's going to continue to work, but if I'm going to allocate money, I'm going to allocate it towards something that has good back-tested results. Blue line, buy the close, sell the next morning. Orange line, buy the open, sell the same day close. Not even close. This has done extremely well over time, but it can be frustrating. It can feel like it's never going to work again. It can feel like it's never going to lose again. If you're considering using this approach, be very conservative and be consistent. I would suggest a conservative way to approach this would be 5% of your capital. If you have a $50,000 account, 5% is $2,500. Buy $2,500 at the close. Sell it sell the next morning. You're either going to have a gain or a loss, and rinse and repeat. So that's what I do. Last night when I was looking at the futures, I said not so hot tamale on the overnight SPY trade, but I did buy SPY yesterday at 350.24, and I sold it for 349.97. So what is that? 27 cents I lost overnight. So compared to some of these big moves, that was nothing, right? That was nothing. So I will go ahead and buy this at the end of the day. Okay. I have Steve here. 1050 EMA cross Steve took yesterday at 349.85 with the 1050. Let's take a look here at the SPY. And you can see here was the crossover, the 10 crossing over the 50. And he did enter this here at 349.85. It's 349.32, so slightly down so far on that trade. KMX. KMX, I did buy with a close above the 200-day moving average. I like the sideways motion, the close under, close back over the 200-day. I bought it at $89 even. Next day, moved up very, very strong. Of course, I hit profit targets along the way to reduce my risk, take chips off the table. I did sell half of the position here at the close because of the election the next day. I also sold another half 2 days ago on Wednesday at the close. Yesterday, hit a profit target. If we close today below, this has moved more than 1.5 ATRs for my entry. So if it does close today below this low, I will sell another half of the position, which will leave me with half, quarter. It will only leave me with an eighth, and then I'll give that one some room to move. But is down today 1.30%, but up really nicely on the trade so far. Berkshire Hathaway, bucking the trend today. I did buy Berkshire along here with David, under 30, over 30, under 30, over 30, under the 200, over the 200. The reason I didn't buy it the day before, and the reason I bought it here, was on this day it closed above the negative third ATR channel, which is better. And under 30, over 30, under the 200, over the 200, under the negative third, over the negative third is better than an under 30, over 30, under the 200, over the 200, but a rejection of the third ATR channel. So that's why I bought there. Moved up nicely the next day, hit some profit targets, hit a bunch of profits the day after. I got out of half here because of the elections the next day. The next day, I got out of another half. So I only have a quarter of the position left. Yesterday, hit a bunch of profit targets to the upside, and today, surprisingly, hit one profit target here at 209.16. So if I get a close below the low of the previous day's low, I will be out of the position. But this has been a really good position so far. I mean, this is up 3.37%. Okay. So those are my day trades. I'm sorry, my trades, my swing trades. Did have some trades today on Apple. Bought right here. We had some sideways motion. I went under 30, over 30, plus closed above the 5-day moving average and closed above the negative third ATR channel. I got in here at 116.77. 116.77. Here we rejected the 50 RSI at 117.42. Oh no, sorry, at 117.46. I got out of half my position. Then here we closed below the low of the previous day. So I got out of the full position. In at 116.77, out at 117.42, out at 117.46. And so that was all on Apple. And then the VIX and I, we've been battling today. I took, let's see here. Where's my dang trades? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I bought on this V2 2106. Came down, but held my stop, went up to 2112. I sold half with a 6-cent profit. Then it came down here and closed 6 cents below my entry. So I made 6 cents to the upside, lost 6 cents to the downside, completely break-even trade. So I'll tell you, whenever I have break-even trades, I feel like I'm the best trader because I was disciplined enough to let a winning trade not turn into a losing trade. Then I had another trade here on VIX. I bought at 2018, under 30, over 30 in a V2. I'm sorry, 2081. Move sideways, had a nice strong up bar. I always sell something on a big strong up bar. Sold half at 2087 and then got out back at even. Again, this is one of those ones where I get back at even. So I got in 2081, sold half at 2087, and then the remaining got out at break even. And now it's taken off. So those are the trades so far. Definitely happy with the day trades. Glad Berkshire Hathaway's up. Glad my SPY trade was only a very small loss. But MasterCard down today. KMX down today. The only one that I'm really having to look at here or Berkshire up, but CarMax down. If we do close on CarMax, this is the one I'm really going to have to watch at the end of the day. If we close below yesterday's low, I will have to get out of half. Okay. Steve says, Holly said she would publish Frank's poems. There you go. Now you have a publisher, Frank. Steve says, Amazon has a 1030 cross. Oh, I did not notice that one. Thank you. We will definitely look at that one, Steve. Thank you. Steve says, IBB went from a flying eagle to a wounded duck. Did it really? Oh, yeah. Came back, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Kamal said, wounded duck. Steve says, looks like I will be adding Amazon today. Okay. Well, we may also. Steve says, TrendSpider did add the Steve Burns moving average ribbon to their technical indicators today. Congratulations, man. You really know you have made it when somebody, when a trading platform adds your indicators to it. Congrats, Steve. That's huge. That is really, really huge. I mean, that really means you made it. I mean, you're up there with the bigs now. Gary says, congrats. Steve says, 1030 EMA cross is flying squirrel. 530-day EMA cross is flying falcon. Ooh. Steve, on Amazon, is that, oh yeah, that's a 1030 EMA, right? Yeah, those are EMAs. Okay. Frank says, break even, happy if the market gives us a break. Yep. Okay. Let's take a look at your positions now. Here we go. QQQs. Johan and Steve and Frank are in the queues. Frank are in the queues here from 284.60. Johan and Steve are in the queues from 287.05 on the 1050 cross. Yesterday, all three of them had a beautiful, great day up. Today, it is down 0.46%, but it's way off of the lows. Earlier today, it looked ugly, and it did bounce with support at the 1 ATR channel. So it was much worse earlier, so I'm sure all three of these guys are feeling a lot better about that. But everybody's up on this trade, so congratulations. Kamal. Look at this trade with Kamal here. Kamal bought PANW at 228 even. Really nice setup, sideways motion, nice close back above the 200-day moving average, and just has gone up like a rocket ship. Kamal got out of a third at 238. He got out of another third, 244, and he got out of the remaining position at 248.92. So Kamal is out of this, but what a trade. Holy smokes. I mean, look at this. From entry to exit, 8.86%, but this is a good example of here is a risk, this kind of distance, and Kamal let it run, right? He did take a little profit along the way, but congrats to Kamal. GDX, Yas has had a great trade on GDX. He bought it here at 53.20. It is 59.64. up 0.24% today. So congrats. Yes, this is a monster. This is up 10.94% so far. Very nice. TQs, Gary. Okay. So this trade confuses me. Doesn't confuse me other than the fact I don't know where he is on this, because he did buy it here at 139.11, but then it went down, but he sold calls at 131, so it's at 151, so he can't make any money above 131. I think yesterday he said he was about break even, but interesting that the Qs are down today, but the TQs are up. Interesting, right? Intel, Gary sold puts on put spread on Intel. He sold the 4540s expiring November 20th. Right now it's at 4538. So what Gary wants this price to do is to stay above 45. If he does, he'll be able to keep all the money between the spreads that he sold and that he bought. EXPI, Ava bought EXPI yesterday at 48.50. It is down $1.18. It is down 2.43%, but it is still holding the 50 RSI, which is good, and it bounced off of it that strong. It bounced off the 10. It bounced off the 50, so it is down 2.34% today, but well off of its lows. Okay, PLTR. Look at this, everybody. David is up 16.58% just today. He bought PLTR back here at $9.43. He sold half at $10.95, and the other half, I'm sure he's glad he kept almost 17% today. And from entry to current price, up 32.11%. So let's all give David a great big hand there. That is a monster trade. Congrats. And so if there's any changes you have with that, Dave, let me know. IWB, Steve bought the IWB, which is a Russell 1000. He bought it here at 192.73 back on the 4th with the 1050 EMA cross. It is 196 now, 56, and it is up today, 7 cents, but better than being down. So congratulations, Steve, on a really nice trade there. SPY. Oh, we already talked about the SPY. Okay, AGQ. Here we go. Steve bought AGQ with the 520 cross yesterday at 48.76. This is double leverage silver. It is up 1.72%. He bought it with a 520 crossover. So excellent, excellent, Steve. FAS. Steve bought, I think this is the financial, I think this is double leverage or triple leverage. I can't remember. Of the financial. Steve bought it yesterday at $39 even with the I have here 520 cross. It doesn't seem right. Maybe I put in the wrong crossover, but I know he bought it with the crossover, $39. Currently it's 38.27, down 2.2% today. But Steve, maybe you could update me on what the correct crossover was on that one. I had that problem yesterday with the with my thing crashing, and that kind of messed it all up. Gold. Steve bought gold yesterday at 72.72 with the 520 cross. It is 72.93, so it is up 28 cents. It's up 0.39% on the day. Congratulations there. SPX. Steve bought the SPX is the triple leveraged S&P. He bought it at 59.20 with the 520 crossover. It is currently 59.20, so it is break even. It is exactly break even. But interesting how the SPY is down, but the triple leveraged is up, right? And the triple leverage is going off the underlying, which is the SPY, but they have different ratings. Johan and Gary did buy YA yesterday at 14.29, this higher low V2. I like that setup. It was higher low V2. Everything looked good. Bought it at 14.29. Currently it is 13.83, down 3.29% today. It looks like it might lose the 50 RSI as well. Levi, Johan and Ava bought Levi yesterday at 16.12. It is now 15.54, down 60 cents, down 3.72%. And we'll finish it off with the winner. Ava bought iRobot yesterday at 83.90. It is 85.79. up 2.24% today. So very nice there. Glad we have some kind of a winner going on there. Johnson, how you doing? FVRR is showing resistance breakout and MACD. FVRR. Yep, it looks like have we failed the previous high? It's still above the previous high. Or it's broken out above the previous high, I should say, and MACD is positive. That is true. That is true. I think it may have rejected the 70 RSI, however. Pretty close, not quite. Ava says, out of EXPI this morning for a small gain. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Ava, if you could remind me at the end, that way I'll get it all set up. But if you wait till the end to let, and out of Levi this morning. David says, planning to sell 1/2 today. Okay. Gary says, nice trade, David. Fast is the 520-day crossover? What am I missing on this, Steve? Because it looks like the 520 happened over here. Unless my charts are off, are we looking at the same trade? I guess I do have the right one noted down, but it looks like that crossover happened way back when. EMA, yeah, these are EMAs. Interesting. All right, let me take a little look over here. Okay. Well, listen, before we start looking at the potential end-of-day trades today, I just want to talk quickly a little bit about trader psychology. There's some really great Facebook, Twitter channels out there that post just great trading words of wisdom that it's free. We should read them every day. This is from my favorite Steve Burns over on Facebook. Let's see what Steve has to say. When you trade a quantified system with an edge, using discipline and the right position sizing, you simply have profitable trades and unprofitable trades. Good trades are ones that follow your system. Bad trades are one that didn't, regardless of outcome. So there's good trades and bad trades. You can have good trades that lose. You can have bad trades that win. You know, when Kamal and I watch each other's day trades, regardless whether or not it was a winning trade or a losing trade, we always tell each other good trade because we followed the plan. So I hope that makes sense. So he's right. You know, if you trade a quantified system using an edge, using discipline, very important, and the right position sizing, also very important, you simply have profitable trades and unprofitable trades. Some are going to win, some are going to lose. Good trades are the ones that follow your system. Bad trades are ones that didn't, regardless of outcome. So, you know, please remember that. You're going to have good trades that turn into losses. You're going to have bad trades that turn into wins. But if you have a good quantified system and discipline and position sizing, all that kind of stuff, you just focus only on taking good trades. Some of them will lose, but focus on good trades. I can't remember, Belafort or whatever wrote that book, One Good Trade. You know, I like the idea of just one good trade. I really, really do. Just making sure everything is good. Then regardless of the win or loss, I can live with myself because I was like, it was a good trade. It just didn't work out. But the more good trades you take, the better you're going to do in the long run. So thank you, Steve. This is very well said, very succinct. And I should probably just print this out, put this on my screen. But I learned that all from you, bud. Thank you. Okay. Gary says, my fast 520 chart was yesterday on my charts. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my charts. There's gremlins. There are gremlins. But anyway, okay, I've got it noted up there, 520. Well, let's take a look here at some potential end-of-day trades. CME is up 55 cents today, has a little V1 under 30 over 30. So it is a V1 under 30 over 30. It is holding the negative 3 ATR channel. Let's look at the weekly. I don't like the weekly that much. We had that big weekly bar yesterday. We got to the halfway and rejected it. So I'm going to take that one off. SIMO is a false breakout to the downside and a V1. It rejected the 1 ATR channel. We have this big bar over here. It looks like it doesn't like the prices right here, so I'm going to take that one off. Alibaba, big move up today, certainly, but very dangerous place to buy this. There's a lot of down and up and down and up, and we could easily just go right back down again. I would prefer to wait for a crossover signal to give me a little better chance to enter this trade. I may have to buy it a little bit higher, but I'll have better confirmation knowing that I've had the 520 crossover, or whatever the crossover is on that one. Home. Yeah, I don't really see anything on this one. Down 6.58%. STAA, Star Surgical, wow, up 10.78%. That's a huge move. It's a breakout here. It's rejected the third ATR channel. Not in my toolbox, this kind of trade. For breakout buyers, this might be great, right? A lot of volume, but for me, this is just not the type of trade that I take. BKNG, higher low V1. However, I don't take higher low V1s if they close above the 1 ATR channel, and this is above, so no, I'm not going to take that one. Lyft has been in the news. This one, it's up in the high 60s, right at the third ATR channel, already rejected the 100-day moving average. I don't like that. NVIDIA, huge day, up 2.78%, but just too high for me. We're at a 63 RSI, and we're getting close to the third ATR channel over here. We did break out from this previous high, which is good. This may, in the future, really continue. But for me, now that we're above the 1 ATR channel, I'd like to see it come back into the value zone, get some sideways motion, and buy the dip. MASSI, very strong, up 2.25%, but extended. Broke out over this high, which is good. 64.61, got into the high 70 RSIs, but again, I just don't, that is not my kind of trade. AMT, American Tower Corporation. Well, I don't know how this one backtests, but regardless, it's still under the 200-day moving average. You know, if it closed above the 200-day moving average, that would give you then a good risk to reward with the support of the 200 below, but it is not there yet. W-Day, Workday, did have a 520 crossover. Looks like it's happening in a good area. It looks like MACD is almost ready to cross over. However, I tried to do a backtest on this, and my backtesting software does not have W-Day in here. So if somebody has it and it backtests well, let me know. Disney does have a 520 crossover. Doesn't backtest that well, though. I did backtest this one with the 520 crossover. MACD is positive. We're above the 50. It is positive on a, I was going to say on a red day. Everything has gone green. Wow, how about that? How about that? Nice. But I don't think I'm going to buy Disney here. I don't like that. I don't like that it doesn't backtest well, I should say. ANET, very, very strong. Just keeps moving up higher and higher, but way too high for me to enter a trade up here. CVS, another rocket ship, up 6.19%, but again, just too high for me to take a look at. Jobs, it looks like has a 520 crossover. MACD looks pretty good. However, it only trades 76,000 shares, so that's just not enough for me. Domino's Pizza. Stuck right there at the 50-day moving average. It's got rejected, so no, I don't like that one. And then ECL. Yeah, not crazy about that one. So let's see. Where's my other list here? Okay, so we have AMD. And we have Amazon. Advanced Micro Devices has a 520 crossover, getting right up there near that second ATR channel, which let's see. And then we'll look at Amazon. Yeah, I like Amazon the best with the 1030 EMA crossover. Where's my 1030 EMA? Yeah. There's the 1030 EMA. It's in the best location. I mean, it's not above. So for me today, Amazon looks like the number one candidate for me. So let me just go ahead and do a little math here. Okay. That one makes the most sense. It's a valid crossover. It's right here in the value zone. It's not up at the second ATR channel like AMD is. So yeah, that's what I like the best is Amazon. SPY went positive. Very nice. Oh, and I will be buying SPY, of course. KMX looks like it's closing above the previous day's low. BRKB, oh, I'm getting close to a second profit target. Get on up there. 210.40, you can do it. Apple is down 15 cents now, so coming back pretty strongly. Looks like everything is making highs here, so that's fantastic. Ava says, looking at GDRX, Good RX Holdings. Boy, this one, I don't have enough bars for me to really look at my indicators here. We are above the 50 RSI, so that's positive. Ava. Nice flag on the hourly. Okay. Yeah, I really don't have much comment on this one. It is above the 5-day, it's above the 50, so that's positive. Steve says, I'm long Amazon here at 3,307, so let me put this up here. With the 1030 EMA cross. All right, well, I'm going to be joining you at the end of the day, Steve. Flying squirrel signal. The famous flying squirrel signal. Steve says, all my positions just turned green except for FAST. Come on, FAST, let's get up there with the rest of everybody else. That would be good, right? Yep, UGO went positive. AGQ's been positive. Q's. All right. VIX has made a new low on the day, so that is good for equities. All right. So it looks like Amazon again is going to be the best one of the day here for me. Steve says VIX is going down like the Hindenburg. Yeah, I mean, down 6.25%. Oh my. Let's look over at the index. Wow, I mean, look at the volatility that just came out. Unbelievable. Down 8.85 on the index. The 10 is still above the 30. The 10 is still above the 30 on the VIX. Kamal says, I'm thinking about buying CME. Yeah, CME, CME looked a little sneaky, didn't it? Upon first glance, Kamal, I didn't think much of it till I started to look at it. And then I was like, boy, it is a little bit sneaky because it has the V1, the under 30, over 30, and it is a higher low. Not bad. Really not too bad. Weekly, I guess if you want to find something good about it, it's above it bounced off the -2 ATR channel. Yeah, I don't blame you, Kamal. I don't blame you. Did it go under the 30 yesterday also? It looks like it maybe bounced yesterday. So there's 2 days in a row with a bounce. Has a -3rd ATR channel under. Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely interesting. All right, so it looks like Amazon is it for me today. MasterCard's just hanging in there. SPY, I will buy at the close. KMX, possible KMX close under the previous day's low, but it is not there yet. Berkshire Hathaway, getting very close to my second profit target. Boy, I bet you VIX intraday is just, there are no bids. Down, 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 down. Maybe it's now, maybe it's finding a range. Okay. So Amazon, it is at the close. Have a few minutes here, so let's see. Ava is out of EXPI. Good. I'm glad to see that that was a winner for you, Ava. Out of Levi, also good, because that one first. Okay, so Ava is out of Levi. David is going to sell 1/2 today. So that's going to leave David with a quarter, right? The whole second half, or just a half of a half giving you a quarter, Dave? What a day, 15.57%. Congrats. Okay. So the Dow's back negative again. So I'm just going to queue up my Amazon. $2.40 spread. Well, I'll just give it a little bit then. Oh, look, VIX bounced here, didn't it? All right. Okay, so we have about 2 minutes to go. Amazon's at 33.14. Ooh, it's a 46 spread. I think I'm going to take it. Okay. So I'm done, other than my overnight SPY trade. So everything's red again. Yep, looks like we're selling off here a little bit. Okay, that's the day. So I did enter Amazon here today at 3314.48, and I entered SPY at 350.16. So Amazon at 3314.48, and then I'm going to put Steve over here because Steve bought at 3307. So Steve three 07.47 on the 1030 EMA cross. Okay. All right, and then Okay. This gets tricky. All right. So what I'm going to do, 349.85. So I'm going to put Steve's over here. 349.85. 349.85. Okay. That way I can take this one off right here. Otherwise it gets a little crowded. All right. And then where did I buy? I bought at 350.16. Done and done. All right. So all updated there. Listen, if you have any new trades for me, if you have any new entries or exits, please let me know. And if I've already taken care of them, if you don't mind, put them in the chat again so I know, just so I can double check, make sure we get everything done. But before I do, I just wanted to remind everyone real quick that I do teach private lessons in the evening time via Skype. They're one-on-one lessons. I do really like to teach. I think I'm pretty good at it. I have had some really good success with my clients. I have been trading almost 25 years. I have studied one-on-one under Steve Burns, Dr. Alexander Elder, Carrie Lavorne, Larry Williams. And the course that I teach incorporates everything I've learned from these four gentlemen. It's an intense course. It's very thorough. We go through each of the methodologies that I've been taught during the lesson. Each lesson, I teach what I'm teaching that night. I ask you questions about it. I basically have you explain it back to me, and then we go on and we do chart study. And I'll show you how to do it exactly. But when we're done, by the end of the lesson, I'll expect you to know where's your emergency stop, where's your end of day stop, where's your entry, where are your profit targets, is your ultimate profit target, how are you going to phase out, how are you going to position size. But when you're done, I really think you're going to be a better trader. I really truly believe that. So if you are interested, the course is $1,000. But I think it's worth every single penny. I think it's worth a lot more than that. So if you're interested, reach out. You can send an email to me. The email's in the description of this video. You can also send me a message on Twitter. And if you do reach out, I'll reply and say, how's it going? Let's set up a Skype call. The Skype call is not a sales call. I will never ask you if you want to take the course. It's just I want to get to know you better, learn a little bit more about you, understand your trading and what you're trying to achieve, what your challenges are. And then it's a really good time for you to ask me questions about the course. And then when we're done, I'll say, hey, think it over. You know how to get a hold of me. And, if you want to set up the lessons in the future, you can just get back to me. And then if you like today's podcast, if you like the content, I would really appreciate it if you could just take a couple seconds, hit that thumbs up button before you go. It really does help the channel out, helps keep the channel around and helps it grow and things like that. So if you did like today's content, and only if you liked it, I would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. Okay, so Kamal is in CME. Okay. All right, so we have Kamal and CME. Yeah, that's a kind of a hidden one there, but the more I looked at it, the more I liked it. Good selection, Kamal. Gary's in Amazon. Okay. Gary says, enjoy the weekend. Thanks as always, Greg. Thank you, Gary. Hope you enjoy the weekend as well. Talal says, thanks all and great session as always. Good night. Good night, Talal. Have a good evening. Have a good sleep. And thanks for the thumbs up, bud. I appreciate that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. They're not full positions though, of course, because I've been scaling out. I've been taking off half, and that's how I do it. Critic on CME. Okay, so what I like about it, first of all, is the under 30 over 30. I like that we tested the low of this range and we came back up. I like that we had a V1. I like this is higher than over here. To the critical side, it did reject the 5-day moving average. It would have been better if it would have closed above it, I feel. Over on the weekly, we have the big, last week's bar was very big and down. I don't like getting up against a big old bar almost hardly ever. To the plus side, we did bounce off that negative second ATR channel, so that's positive. So last week's big bar is a little concerning to me, Kamal, and rejecting the 5 days a little concerning, and the close being below the open is also concerning. But there's a lot of positive things to it too, and the risk to reward is very good. You're at a 30.56, so it sets up a really nice risk to reward trade. Ava says, Greg, when considering swing trades, do you only look at the technicals, or do you also back it up by fundamentals? I get asked that a lot, and I think the best, Ava, is when you take the two together. When you have a company that has good fundamentals, but then you time your entry with technicals. I mean, you can have a company with great fundamentals, but I'm still not going to buy it if there's no entry signal or trigger signal from a technical standpoint. My watch list here are companies and indexes. Amazon has excellent fundamentals. So that's one of the, whenever I see Amazon has a trigger, I will take it if it qualifies. If I have an Amazon and I have a JCPenney and they have the same trigger, I'm going to pick the Amazon. So I think there's both. I think the key is on your watch list, on your main watch list, to have big monster stocks, high quality fundamental stocks, and then wait for an entry signal from a technical. So I think the best of both worlds is technical and fundamental. Hope that helps, Ava. So it was a wonderful week. I'm very, very happy with this week's results. It was really good day trading week. Day trading week for me, and it was also a really good swing trading week for me. So I'm very, very happy with that. Especially, being that this week could have gone a different way. So let's happen after hours. Apple's down 8 cents. Amazon's down 61 cents. The SPY's up 30 cents. All right. Well, I'm glad it's the end of the week. I can tell you that. It's been a pretty intense week from a trading standpoint. Ava says, completely agree. Techs plus funds equals great potential. Thank you. There you go. That's perfectly said. Kamal says, cool. Thank you. Miko says, thanks, Greg. Have a great weekend all. Thank you, my friend. It's nice chatting with you. And listen, let's set up another Skype call, Miko, so we can talk about some of those exits that we didn't talk about on that first call. So let me know when you would be available. So if we just run back real quick, let's see. So IRBT, that was Ava, right? Yeah, that's Ava. That was up nicely. Johan down on Levi today. Johan and Gary down on Hawaiian. It closed right at the 50. That's good. SPXL is Steve. And Looks like that is breaking down 4 cents. Down 4 cents from entry. UGL was up 0.23% for Steve. That's good. FAST was down 2.35 for Steve. AGQ was up 1.82 for Steve. Steve's 1050 EMA crossover is up a little bit, 15, 25, 35, 34 cents. IWB up for Steve, 2 cents today. He's in at 192.73. PLTR, oh, David said he was going to sell half. Look at this trade, everybody. This is unbelievable. What a move up for David. Congratulations, my friend. Really glad to see that. 16.25% today. Wow. Kamal jumped into CME. Intel down, but off of its lows, so still above the strike price for Gary. TQQQ up 0.4% today. GDXJ up a penny for Yas, but he's up a lot from the entry at 53.20. PANW, oh, Kamal is out of that. What a trade. Look at that. Just up, 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 up. So I'm going to take that one off the board, Kamal. Congratulations, my friend. And then lastly here are the Qs for Johan, Frank, and Steve, and they were down 70 cents today. Frank says, I did take a half a position in the Amazons of Africa, JMIA. Oh, this should be interesting. 1876. All right, already in the money. $18.76. Frank, 1/2 position. All right, in the money already. So very nice, Frank. Hope that does well for you. Okay. Well, it is a strange day today here with the weather. No breeze, no nothing, but I know it's going to get really cold this weekend, so I'm going to overdress today on my hike because I have a feeling in the afternoon it'll start picking up, getting colder. Going over to a good friend's house tonight for dinner. Looking forward to that for sure. And so I hope you have a good weekend. Be good, be safe. Go out and try to do something nice for somebody today. Just a nice, kind gesture is all it takes. And if you could also do it for an animal each day, that would be perfect. One nice thing for an animal, one nice thing for a human, and it would make the world a whole lot better place. All right, so last call for questions. If you have any, please let me know. Ava says, really appreciate having found this group. Thank you, Greg. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you, Ava. Hope you have a good weekend as well. And thanks for the kind words. Frank says, the election weighs heavy on all of us. Yeah, any new news on that? Okay. Well, I think that's it. Have a good weekend. And I hope to see you Monday during the last hour of the trading day. Take care now. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.